Oh, that must be such a joy to sing. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I am a musical theatre performer and a voice teacher. And today, you can see from the title, I will be jumping back to Morissette. This is her Wish burst performance of Gusto Koehn Bumitaw. I am very excited to jump back into another Wish performance. These are so cool. They're like live, she's sat down, it's real chill. So I'm really excited to see what she does here in this performance. This will be a reaction and analysis video, so I will be stopping and talking about the vocals. I'm just warning you now, if you'd rather watch the full thing uninterrupted, I have left the link to the original video in the description below. If you do enjoy what I do over here and learn a thing or two along the way, please do consider checking me out over on Patreon. But otherwise, please do hit that subscribe button and bell button over here. It does help so much, and do leave a comment in the comment section below. Right, let's get straight to the performance.
Wish 1075.
Umiiyak gabi-gabi, walang tinig na naririnig, nakikipaglaban sa tikman, natalunan hanggang kailan, talo na, pagod na. Akala ko'y kaysa akin pa pero hindi na pala. Wala na nga ba talaga?
Gosh, it's so delicate. Her voice, like, you know, like I said, she's just sat there. It's her, you know, live vocals in front of her, into a mic. Beautiful. She is a very aspirate. There are a lot of breathy tones in her voice. And as well, like at the end of her phrases as well, there's quite a few breathy, aspirate offsets. So the duh, that little duh, well, we just get breath after. It's only very quick because the phrase is quite short. Yeah, I love this stillness to her. It's beautiful.
Ano na, pagod na, akala ko'y kaysa akin pa pero hindi na pala. Wala na nga ba talaga? Lalakalag sa kadiliman, naliligaw, nalilito. Ano nga ba ako sa'yo? Sino nga ba ako sa'yo?
Oh, that was a nice effect. If you've got headphones on, it's kind of panning through left and right ears. I love, she's very close to the mic, right? It's really, like I said before, delicate. And what's also nice is she's not like, because it's such a small sound, she doesn't need to open her mouth as much. So everything's very at the front of her mouth, very purposefully placed there because she's quite quiet, right? So everything needs to make sure, like diction-wise, it's all right there at the front. Lovely. I love that echo.
Dito sa aking pagkakahimlay, sa dibdib ko ay parang may nakadagan, walang kasing lungkot, walang kasing sakit. Gusto ko nang bumitaw, ngunit ayaw pa puso.
Wow, she brings, sorry, just let's listen to that phrase again. She brings a lot of that kind of, there's kind of like a hurt and a pain, like kind of a moan in her voice when she sets it off. Oh, so yeah, A flat there. So at the top part of her chest voice, da, 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 da. And I think she reaches a C sharp there, nicely on this open vowel, but she brings up that kind of like up a little bit. Then as she opens up, there's like a release, because not, you know, she can rely a little bit more on that open space to carry that volume there rather than keeping it through this small space. But it's still so bright.
Gusto ko nang bumitaw, may pag-asa pa siguro. Kalaban ang sarili, sino bang dapat pumili? Sino nga ba, ako ba o ikaw? Gusto ko nang bumitaw.
Wow, there are so many squeaks going on, and we know Morissette loves that kind of squeak. It's like coming from a small space, then she like just releases that into that beautiful open sound. Da! I think they're all on that C sharp, was it? Maybe one a little bit higher. We'll go back. But there was that kind of long section and that breath control in her to get all those words out on that repeated note and then to shoot up to that top note, which was really, really lovely. She brings that hand down and grabs hold of that table because, she is sat down. She needs to find, when we're stood up, we've got that kind of groundingness from our feet. We've got our legs involved in anchoring and holding our position and our posture. When we're sat down, we lose that. So where are we going to find that from? She is sat upright as well. She grabs hold of the table to, it's not like it doesn't have to be a conscious thing. She's not like, right, I'm going up, let me grab. It's also part of that motion just to like allow herself to kind of grip onto something and give her a little bit more of that strength and oomph and power behind her vocals. I think we go up to an F there. Da, 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 da. We go up there as well. Still, and then those squeaks come in. Let's listen to it again. But I love how she is maintaining that brightness in her voice. Like you can feel that lifted space right at the back. There's heaps of twang to help her maintain that brightness as well. That cry. A lot more thicker connection now. Sorry, and notice as well, because we're a bit more of a thicker connection, she's opening her mouth a lot more. Naturally, the more open we are, the more louder we're going to be naturally without thinking about volume. So that's what we're getting. Oh, nice. I love that. Nice. We're getting a lovely, like that harmony line coming in as well. I wonder where they're sat or if it's just like kind of in the backing already. But really, really lovely. And we're getting a little bit of a growl in there as well, which is nice. I love when, it's the same sort of, we're getting, before we had like a double verse maybe, then into the chorus. Now we've had just a single verse into the chorus, but it's offering us something different. So she's bringing a little bit more of that growl quality, which we know Morissette can do. And it's, again, I'm just in awe with how she's doing this. Just sat down, chill vibes. Hand on table again. That squeak as well. There's a lot of that ha kind of cry, the breathy onset before the squeak comes out. So she is kind of getting that breath squeak tone in there, which is really, really lovely. When we, when we like are laughing uncontrollably and our belly starts to hurt. So that's when we're we are using our stomach muscles, right? She needs that when she's up there. So that kind of, yes, it's a stylistic choice that she is including because it's unique to her, that kind of squeak. But what's also good is that it's helping us on these top notes, on this E flat up there, to maintain that connection, to get that clear sound. We need to make sure that we're supported from underneath. I love that stab. That person at the back jumping around screaming, that's like me. Woo. I think, yeah, E flat again, and we get a lovely growl up there. We associate growl with quite like the higher we go, maybe it's a little bit trickier to do. So the fact that she's bringing up this kind of added technique, this growl up at the top, is so great. Again, she sat down. I'm going to keep mentioning this just so you don't all forget, even though we're watching the same thing. But really, really lovely. Just, yeah. And that little added richness. Sorry, I know I've stopped like in a really bad place, but I want to look at this hand motion that she does down when she hits that that big note. When we're reaching that high note, we kind of want to do the opposite because, you know, our brains can sometimes be a little bit of a mental block for us, right? When we think of a high note, we're like, oh no, it's a high note. Oh no, can I do it? I don't know. So when we think of that high note, we want to actually think the opposite. Rather than think, oh my God, it's a high note, I'm going to go down. And that's what Morissette's doing wonderfully. She's going like on whatever note it is, let's find out where it is. But she's shooting her hand down and it's just encouraging her to like hit the note because the note's easy. Like she can get the note. It's wonderful. So great. That scream. Wow, it's on that F. She's getting a lot of chest connection up on that F up there. It's wonderful. So yeah, it's just perfectly matched with that motion, with that moment. Wow. Ooh. Oh, that must be such a joy to sing. And you could see that joy in her. Her whole body's involved. Her teeth are like, you know, we're getting a lovely forward placement feel. When I talk about the teeth, obviously the more rounded we are and darker, the more kind of classical rounder we're going to feel and sound. And we might be going maybe towards, if we were going toward a mixed sound, we might be getting more of a balanced mix. If we want to be a little bit more chest dominant, we do want to open that space a little bit. We don't want to spread and like squeeze, but we do want to just open and allow a little bit of that thickness in there, a little bit more of that speech-like quality in there. And that's what she's doing. You know, her whole body's leaning back as well. Even while she sat down, she kind of does this with her arms, which is lovely, which just, you can't just rely on your vocal folds. If we don't do anything and just rely on our vocal folds to like get us there, then things might want to help us and get in our way and cause tension. If our whole body's involved, you know, there's so much more like bigger places that we can place that tension in rather than our vocal folds, and then we're just like, but yeah, it's really lovely. I like there's just a lot of warmth and like she's beaming whilst singing this little phrase. It's lovely. Oh, it's so good. Oh, that was nice. Well, we're here. Right, she's hitting like F sharps up here, and look, it's still such a full, wonderful chest dominant sound here. She's belting away, belting a little heart out. It is such a vocally demanding song because it does come down, but this little section, she's up there and she's staying there. And in order, like, if we were just fully in our thicker folds, imagine repeating that on such a thick place in a placement where it doesn't necessarily belong, right? that is our thinner folds if we're not thinking about adding anything and mixing and blending. So the reason why she is so chest dominant is because she has stretched and lightened her chest voice up the top, so she can use that and bring a call-like feel to it. She's calling out. It's lovely on these open vowels. It's just, the way she's maintaining this is beautiful. And I just want to go back to that moment where she kind of did flip into her head voice on an oo vowel, I think it was, like an oo kind of vowel, momentarily, then go back. And great choice, because otherwise it's going to sound like really, really pulled. And, you know, this is it's very, very smart to do that. And again, I love how much her body's involved. And she does little, like, she changes her head as well because it's changing the quality for the mic, and then comes back. Also notice in a bit she's going to belt this F sharp, but she's way far away from the mic, right? Because otherwise it's going to be so intense. She knows the power behind her voice. There is so much power, so much like just power from within. It's lovely. She's like so far away, and look how loud it is. Wow.
On Wish.
Oh, let's you can see how, look how just free it is here. Let's just look at her neck. If she was reaching up, then she just wouldn't be enjoying it. She's getting such a beautiful thick sound up there, full sound up there, but it's for sure up an E there. It's for sure like, it's a very chest dominant sound. Don't get me wrong, it is a chest dominant sound. It's not like she is like 50-50 in a mix, but remember, it's not a 90% chest, a 90% chest percent, hold on, 90% chest voice, 10% head voice is still a mix, because you're still blending things together. If she was fully up with a, you'd feel that strain, and you'd see that as well, just like pain, but she's not. It's oh.
Exclusive on Wish.
And the fact that she can return here as well.
107.5.
Nice. I think that breath at the end says it all. Like, what a sing. That this is, she threw it out of the park. She smashed it, and I love how humble she is as a person. You know, she could be like, whew, we made it. Really, really nice. I love breaking down Morissette's voice all the time. It's so wonderful. I love that there's always these little kind of details that she does that are just true to her, like the squeaks and the growls, and how she kind of always manages to put, maybe not all the time, this one had quite a few squeaks, right? Always in that little section as well. But it's just so lovely. And always a joy. Thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Do go over and check me out on Patreon as well, and I'll be sure to see you next time for another reaction and analysis video. See you soon. Bye.